taxi. A madman see me and start run towards me with a knife. So me run.
Okay.
When me a run, him take out a slingshot, take up a stone off of the ground and shot me in my back.
Oh, so you get a back shot. Okay.
So slingshot in our local language is what we call fair, and we use the same sling, just like the way Jamaicans use it. We use the same slingshot to hunt down small birds, doves, you know, and all those birds, so that we can go and prepare them at home, ladies and gentlemen. But this joke is a nice one. Backshot, ladies and gentlemen. You know, anyway, before I move on, please subscribe to my channel, share and share far and wide, ladies and gentlemen. Jamaicans every day, Jamaicans every day. God bless Jamaicans, God bless Jamaican people, Jamaica, the land we love.
Then what happened after that?
No, squad it. Alright, hear me again.
Me I hear you, man. Me I hear you. My ears are work.
The man a run me down with the knife.
Yeah.
Him pull out a slingshot.
Yeah.
Take up a stone off of the ground.
Yeah.
Put in the slingshot.
Yeah.
And shot me in my back while I'm running.
So now that me I write down, man, say you get a back shot. And that me right, you know.
Yo, Squaddy, I make the thing. Yeah, make the thing look away, Squaddy.
Oh, me I make the thing look away.
Yeah, dog, yeah, make the thing look freaky.
Oh, me I make the thing look freaky. How will you tell me I write down here?
Yeah, I tell you, say, it's a slingshot.
Alright, so me ask you a question. How where the man do?
Man shot me.
And how where him shot you?
In my back.
So when you put that together, where you get?
Shot back. What? You get shot back. When you put it together, you get shot back.
No, brother. No. I know so you go. If you go in front of the judge will tell you, say, a back shot you get.
Charge, I that me I try to show you, no, officer, you make it look like a bed man bend over.
Hey, yo, you take it to a place where me nah go there with you, you know. So here one, me I go call it in and make them tell you what to do. And that me I do, because me nah go there with you. Wherever you go, me nah go there. Me just call it in.
No, me nobody want your help, officer. Me did it myself.
Officer, I'm reporting.
So me nobody want your help.
Me I report a sexual assault in the R3 area, you know. A man come to me and I tell me, say, a man run him down and give him a back shot.
Blood and clot. To the nearest hospital so they can check his vitals.
Alright, copy that. Yo, me I forgot to take you to the nearest hospital, you know. Make them check your vitals if you have no SP.
Yeah, man. So for those who don't know what a slingshot is, this is what we call a slingshot, and we use this slingshot. Even Africans use the same slingshot to hunt down doves. They use the same slingshot to hunt down small birds, and you know, for food and everything else, ladies and gentlemen. So probably this guy is saying that he got shot by a madman using this same slingshot while he was running. So when you put that word, according to what he has said, you get a backshot, ladies and gentlemen. So the joke is in the word backshot. That is where the joke is. The joke is in the word backshot, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the word backshot is a very derogatory word according to Jamaican people, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I have understood this joke, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? The word backshot is a very, very derogatory word. Yes, and of course, we have so many jokes here, so many comedians.
Jamaicans, I think those are the only black people that don't like black people. They come to this country and treat us like we immigrants. They come at yeah. Yankee boy, you're lazy. You don't want work. I got 3 jobs. You can't get 1 job. If you let one go, maybe I can start my life, Winston.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. But before anything else, I've just realized we are approaching towards the end of the year, December, and I want to say thank you so much for watching my videos all throughout the year. Through thick and thin, you have been watching, rewatching, and sharing out my videos. May God bless you more and more, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, be happy. That is the whole essence of this video. Be happy. Be happy, because at the end of the day, we only got one life to live. We only got one life. When we leave this earth, everything else doesn't matter. 100 years from now, The only thing that will matter, or the only thing that will remain 100 years from now, it is the same video that I am making right away here, ladies and gentlemen. So do not waste your time, do not waste so much energy, do not waste so much time feeling sad. Do not waste so much time, do not waste so much energy regretting the things that you have done, or the things that you should have done when you are at this age, or when you are at this time. Please do not. Be happy. Be happy. Live the moment. Because once you leave this earth, everything else doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. You only got one life. One life to live. Just only one life. Okay, somebody wronged you, forgive them and move on, because those people already moved on. So the only person that is remaining hurt is you, because somebody said something wrong about you. Forgive them, move on, enjoy life, ladies and gentlemen, like the way Jamaicans are. I'm so much happy. I'm so much happy how Jamaicans are enjoying life, how they are taking life positively, because at the end of the day, we only got one life to live. Do not waste it feeling sad. Do not waste it feeling bad, ladies and gentlemen. I have a couple of clips here that show how Jamaicans take life so positively, and of course others are also a stand-up comedy. But watch this first, and then I am coming back to react after this.
Make us see what they're going. The matter work, boom, oi, calm down. Oi, the unnag in a trouble boy. Oi, turn on the alarm and then you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, converting simple things and being creative and making a comedy skit out of it, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody might look at this and think, oh, this is insanity. Someone might look at this and think, oh, this is a joke. No, this one, I see this as art. This is a form of art. This is a form of expression. This is a form of comedy skit, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. You can see the policeman, the guy imitating the policeman is even having a bulletproof. He has his own gun, he has his own handcuffs, everything that requires to be a policeman. This guy has. Probably, maybe he wanted to be a policeman, ladies and gentlemen. I wish this guy was given that role of becoming a policeman. This is somebody who is expressing himself. Art is a form of expression, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I'm looking at it, and that's how I'm understanding it. Art is a form of expression. The youths or young people sometimes express themselves through art. So what this guy basically is doing, he is expressing himself, ladies and gentlemen. Probably somewhere he wanted to be a policeman, but he was not qualified for whatever reasons, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I want to big up him for the creativity. Okay, this guy can excel very well if he is nurtured. If his talent is nurtured, he can excel very well in drama. He can excel very well in acting. He can excel very well in comedy skit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is talent. This is talent, and this person deserves. If this person was maybe in a first world country like the US, this guy his talent will have been nurtured the way that's how I'm looking at it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Jamaicans, I think those are the only black people that don't like black people. They come to this country and treat us like we immigrants. They come at Yankee boy, you're lazy. You don't want to work. I got 3 jobs. You can't get 1 job. If you let one go, maybe that'll solve my life. Winston. I'm regular. When I first met one, we didn't even get along. Because he stuttered, he gonna get mad at me because I don't know what the hell he talking about. He gonna come up to me like, you know, I thought this was a singer. I started doing this shit right here. I'm like, when the album coming out? I want to support you. Then he threatened me.
You know, I wish I learned some of these Jamaican patois because it sounds so musical, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? Yes. You can make a record out of a Jamaican man speaking. Trust me, you can do that. That's why there's a lot of musicians in Jamaica. Out of every 10 Jamaicans you meet in Jamaica, probably at least 8 of them are musicians. Statistically, ladies and gentlemen. And you see, comedy and art, just like the way I've said, is a form of expression. So even this comedian, he's expressing himself. He's trying to communicate something if you listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen. But where will this world be again if there were no Jamaicans? Yes, I know there are some Jamaicans who are not really good. Just the same way we have other people who are also not really good. That's how the world achieves its equilibrium. You know, we need to have a balance. You know, we cannot all be good people. There are bad people, there are good people. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? The problem starts when you meet a few bad Jamaicans and then you assume that every Jamaican behaves that way. Okay? Yeah, but yes, I know there are some bad Jamaicans. But again, equally, there are also some very good Jamaicans, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let us hear for the rest of the jokes.
I grew up around black people. You don't scare me. I grew up around Jamaicans, man. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. Any Jamaicans here tonight? You're like the most passive Jamaicans ever. They're like, bo lick shot. I, man, a brethren is a Jamaican. Look at this. Quietest Jamaicans in the world. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. You know why? Because when I was growing up around Jamaicans, you hang around Jamaican people long enough, you feel the need to want to be Jamaican. They just look so cool. Everything about them is cool. When I was a kid, I was like, I wanted to be Jamaican so bad. I started dressing like a Jamaican. I started wearing a little red, yellow, and green belt. And I started talking like a Jamaican. I started listening to reggae music. I started having kids I didn't know about. I did everything that I possibly could. But you know what the shitty thing is? A Jamaican will never act like you. You're never going to see a Jamaican guy that grew up with a bunch of Indian guys walking around going, hey baby, whopping. It's not going to happen, you know? Felt bad for my dad because he tried fitting in with my Jamaican friends when I was growing up. You don't ever want a man from India trying to speak like a Jamaican at any point during his life. My friends would be in the living room, my dad walking, okay, come on, Marlon, move your bumbo clot and go home. My dad thought punani was a tropical fruit. It is if you think about it. For the older white folks that look confused right now, punani is the Jamaican word for a woman's... You know what I'm saying? For her pum-pum. My dad thought it was a tropical fruit. One time when I was a kid, I was sick and I was messing around with my dad. He came here and he goes, oh my God, son, you're sick. What can I get you? I go, Dad, I love punani. My dad went to the Jamaican store. Hey lady, where's your punani? My son is at home sick. He needs punani right now. Give me two. Is it right? Let me speed it. No seats.
Jamaican men have this weird talent where they're able to say the most sexually outrageous things to you and make it sound like the most beautiful poem ever written by man. And I literally saw it happen the other day. This man walked up to this woman and said, me want dive in your vagina and swim around like Poseidon. Sometimes it can be so supportive as well. Jamaican men have their own way of supporting women. I used to be really insecure about my fupa. Everyone know what a fupa is? For those of you who don't know, it basically stands for like fat upper pussy area. It's here, yeah? And I used to go out of my way to try and hide it. Winston turned to me and said, good pum pum deserves shelter. I said,
Gratitude culture. Ladies and gentlemen, gratitude culture. Jamaicans celebrate small wins. Yes, Jamaican people celebrate small wins. A lot of people around the world, they wait for something big so that they can celebrate. Everything else to them is normal. Waking up is normal. Sunshine is normal. Finding food is normal. Ladies and gentlemen, traveling from point A, point B without an accident is normal. Life literally to them is normal. But for Jamaicans, nothing is taken for granted. The fact that you can breathe in your air, the fact that you can move from point A to point B, that is not normal. That is God's grace, and it deserves celebrations every time. The fact that you can have a meal every day, every time, no matter the amount, no matter the time that you want. The fact that you can wake up, that is not normal, ladies and gentlemen. That is God's divine blessings. Because not everyone has been given that privilege to wake up. Some people never wakes up, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are in a coma as we speak right now. Some people cannot find food. Yes, some people cannot find food. Some people do not have even a bed. Some people do not have even a house, do not have a roof. Some people do not have good weather like the one in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. You know, small things that a lot of people take for granted. Jamaicans do not take that for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, somebody might sit down. This person has good health. This person is not sick. They can move freely from point A to point B. They can do farming. They can eat. But again, they start complaining. Oh, I do not have house. I do not have a car. I do not have so much money. Forget about all that. The fact that you can wake up like that, you can move freely. All those things can be found. Cars, money, all those things can be found. All those things can be bought. But if you have a healthy life, you have a healthy body, you can breathe, no matter the size of your nose. You can breathe in, you can eat. You're a blessed man. You're a blessed man, ladies and gentlemen. Consider that as a blessing. Jamaica is teaching us a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. It is the small things that counts. It is the small things that matter in his life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, like waking up, moving freely. Some people cannot move. Some people cannot move. Realize that when you feel sad over any situation, nothing changes. Feeling sad over any kind of situation, feeling sad over any kind of bad situation, yes, it's natural, it is human behavior, nothing changes, ladies and gentlemen. When somebody comes to you and says something bad to you, or when somebody comes to you and wrongs you, ladies and gentlemen, you will feel bad, you will feel sad, okay? Now, 1 month later, you still feel bad. The person that wronged you already moved on, or maybe probably is enjoying life somewhere. 3 months later, you're feeling sad over somebody that said something wrong about you. What is happening at this moment? You are the one who is carrying the weight of what this person told you. The person that wronged you has already moved on. He's enjoying life. He's feeling happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's the point of feeling sad? Enjoy life. Enjoy life. That's how I am understanding Jamaican people, ladies and gentlemen. Because, when you feel sad, when you feel bad, the situation does not change. The situation does not change. Nothing changes. Actually, it even gets bad because you get depressed. But when you enjoy life, when you start dancing, the music is there and you're dancing, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say? Someone might ask, why have you said or why have you used the word shocktalized? Because the world expects Jamaicans to be sad because of the kind of stressful life that they live. The world majority of people expect Jamaicans to be stressed out, to be depressed, because of the kind of life that Jamaicans are passing through. But that is not the case, that is not the case. Look at how they are taking life, ladies and gentlemen. We only got one life. We only got one life to live. After you've left this earth, nothing else changes. Nothing else, even including this YouTube channel. That's why I don't find a point to complain about YouTube channel. I don't find any point. Because when you leave this earth, This YouTube channel, you not go with it. Nobody goes down with a YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. It will still remain. Enjoy life. Take life positively, like Jamaican people. Community support. Community. Look at Jamaicans' community support. Look at how they support each other. Look at how they hold each other's hand, please, ladies and gentlemen. Human capital is very important. Human capital is very important. And also happiness. Human capital and happiness. Those are two most important things in this world. Have you ever realized that the most important things in this world, money cannot buy? Money cannot buy. The most important things in this world, money cannot buy. Human capital, money can't buy that. Happiness, money can't buy that. How many people have we seen who have a lot of money? A lot of money. But they are sad. They are depressed, ladies and gentlemen. You know, happiness is not somewhere you can go to a shop and get money. No. Yeah, man. Only in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. This is a form of creativity, making work easier, ladies and gentlemen. Huh? Yeah, man. Here's another one. Here's
God
another
have
one,
mercy
ladies and
upon us.
gentlemen. Yeah. But there's also a car like this in Kenya. It's a three-wheel car. Same three-wheel car like this. And it's going for a very long distance, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Jamaica.